Okay, so I'd like to talk just very briefly on how to put together your final paper. Really, the stuff here is simple, stuff that makes sense and really should make sense to you as well, but I want to make sure to vocalize it. For the last writing activity in the semester, you're going to be putting together all of the materials that you've written out so far. Your abstract, your introduction, methods, results, and discussion, as well as any graphs that you might want to include in your paper as well. When you do this, make sure that you double check the writing. Make sure it's all in past tense, it's got proper spelling, Times New Roman, double space, 12-point font. Make sure that the headers in there and the subsections match and are consistent and follow the APA guidelines that we talked about at the beginning of the paper. Make sure that you meet all of the instructions from previous writing assignments and that you've gone through and applied the corrections and comments that I gave you from your previous assignments as well. And just double check that you've got all the parts of a research paper. Once you've pasted it all together into one document, you're going to want to read it for yourself out loud or to a friend. Think, does the writing flow? Have I talked about all the things that I need to talk about so that things make sense? Have your friend ask you questions. Have them interrupt you if something is confusing or if you made an assumption about someone's prior knowledge that you should talk about in the paper. And once you're done reading your paper, think about what could you have done better? Is there anything that pops up into your head that maybe you should have talked about in your limitations? Maybe you should have described in more detail in your methods as an afterthought? Is there something that didn't work out thanks to your methodology that could have been better and that you need to talk about and address in your discussion section? All these things are critically important. I know reading your writing is not very fun, and if you ever should do it, this is the case. Because I want you to be proud of the research that you've done, regardless of whether you're using real data or just the sample data for whatever reason. Writing an academic paper is tough. It took us all semester, and when it's done, I really would like you to be able to hold on to it and reference it if you ever want to take a look at as a reminder or as a refresher of what research writing should look like in its simplest form. Anyway, thank you for your time. I hope that this class has been interesting for you. I know that research methods can be dry sometimes, so I try to keep it friendly and reasonable, and I try to make sure the assignments work for you and are kind of funny at least. This is Dr. Gabriel Science signing off for the last time, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.